Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove for your daily analysis video on Bitcoin and Chainlink. Today, I'm sitting here with Krisha. Krisha is going to be our guest. Krisha, say hi.
What's up, you guys?
What's up, you guys? She says, I'm not sure if you guys can hear her. She's sitting on my left with her laptop by her, and we're going to start with Bitcoin. Today, we are going to keep this video short and sweet. I know I say that a lot, but this time I'm actually really sleepy. I gotta blame Vishal from the Mango Seed program for this, because recently he's been tempting me and Krisha to eat unhealthy foods and eat a lot earlier than we are usually used to eating. We usually fast till around 6 p.m. 7 p.m. and Vishal's been posting all these delicious cakes.
Oh yeah.
So today, and not for the first time this week, we've eaten a lot earlier and I'm feeling sleepy, man. I'm not used to this. So anyways, going back to Bitcoin. Krisha,
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on? The halving is done and Bitcoin's neither pumping
Where's
nor
the
dumping.
dump, you guys?
Well,
I don't know. As in, right now, quite frankly, I am still bullish in this region. However, if I am looking for further downside, I'll start looking for price from the 4-hour all the way up to the 12-hour to start closing below 8,500. I think that is the most critical support level that we are currently near.
yes, I agree. And on that note, I am building another long. I want to give you guys an update on the previous trade before I talk about that. So what was the trade we were looking for? Well, we were looking for a move to 9180 and we wanted to see the reaction after that, right? We saw the reaction. It was a rejection. And so essentially what I did was, well, I took my profits over here at 9180-ish, but I did not take all of my profits, right? I did get stopped out on the rest because so right after we saw this reaction, the initial reaction on the 1 hour time frame, let's switch on over to that right over here. Right after we saw this reaction, it is a very rejection looking candle, but I still did want to hold on to my position, but at the same time I wasn't going to let it pull back on me too much. So what I did was I pulled my stops up all the way from way underneath over here all the way to this candle wick right over here, right? So if Bitcoin decided to see continuation, all well and good. At that same note, if it did want to come down, I was willing to give up this much of profits. So throughout all of these candles, I had the opportunity to get out over here, get out over here, get out over here. I had the opportunity to get out at around 8,900-ish, 9,000-ish, right? But the reason I want to spend some time on this is because I want to emphasize that, hey, I am willing to give up some profits in an attempt to capture more profits to the upside, right? And Krisha, this is one of the things that we learned when we were starting, is that while amateurs lose money by... Go ahead, finish the phrase, Krisha.
No, you finish. Just ask me to take over.
While amateurs lose money by not taking their losses, professionals lose money by taking their profits, right? So this is one of the things I learned the hard way while and we talk about this in the seed program too, right? In the seed group, that hey, how many of you guys wish to left at least some of your profits in case the trade keeps going?
So it's taking your profits too early.
Yes. Again, I was hoping you would finish that, and I caught you in the fact that you couldn't finish that. So it's really important, guys. Listen to this one more time. Amateurs go broke by not taking their losses, right? Professionals go broke by taking their profits. And I hope you guys understand that. If you did not understand that, leave a comment down below and I'll go deeper into this in our next video, okay? Because this is very key if you want to take your trading to the next level, okay? Again, I was willing to give up this much of profit. Why? Because if we did break this level over here, Krisha, are you watching?
Yes, sir.
She's watching her laptop, guys. If we did break this level over here at 9,150, I do think that we're going to make a much bigger move, at the very least to 9,500, right? But we do have a chance of a much bigger move over here, guys. I'm talking 10,500, 12,000, perhaps 13,800, right?
You're saying that if we break 9,589, you will be anticipating a move to 12K, 11 to 12K.
Well, one step at a time. I'll get to my reasoning as to why, but I'm very bullish over here. I'm very bullish with yesterday's price action. I got even more bullish, and I'm building along again. I don't have as big of a position as I would like. Price seems to be running away from me, not coming down. I'm trying to get filled, and hey, it's not. Well, price is actually wants to take a leg up right here. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on over here. As you can see, Bitcoin coming down again, all the way down to 8,100, getting picked up yet again. And yeah, I'm a little bummed out about this because I missed yet another buy opportunity on this 8,200 level, which, by the way, is our 2-day 21 EMA. So let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, I'm going to switch on over to the 2-day 21 EMA for a quick bit, and I want to explain why this to me is extremely bullish. Okay, if you turn on the mango ribbon, guys, again, the mango ribbon is completely free. You can see that right over here, we've come, touched it, and bounced off, right? Closing over the 200 moving average on the 2-day as well as the Tenkin. But if you look at only the 2-day candle, you're going to see that, hey, we touched it only once. But you switch on over to the 4-hour or the 1-hour time frame, you're going to see that we came down and tested it twice. So within that 2-day candle, we tested it twice. But it doesn't end there. Within that 2-day candle, we also tested it twice within 2 days of the daily, and each of those daily candles closed over the daily 21 EMA. So what happened was the entire area between the daily 21 EMA and the 2-day 21 EMA is considered a really good value buy zone by the bulls, right? They are picking this up. They are picking up every opportunity to buy in this area. It's not the bears are trying for a break to the downside. The narrative is, hey, it is the halving, post-halving, we see a massive dump, right? But we are not seeing that. Okay, every opportunity to break this key level, and this, by the way, guys, is not even that strong of a level, all right, compared to the 7,700 level that everybody's looking at. 8,400 isn't that key, but it is being picked up. Look at these wicks over here. To me, this is more bullish and more bullish until we actually break this, and I've expressed my thoughts on that notion many times in the past that, hey, I don't care how many times you touch the support, it does not get bearish to me until we break it. All right, people say that the more times you touch it, the more bearish it gets. Well, no, I do not agree with that. There are other things I will look at to look for the bearishness. Well, for example, if price was, so let's say we have support over here. Okay, let's say this is our support line. That's a very ugly support line. Let's draw it again. So let's say this is our support, and price is coming down like this onto it, touches it, and then bounces, and this time the bounce was weak, and then touches it, and then the next time the bounce is weak. I'm looking at that. That's bearish to me, right? So this bounce was weak, this bounce was weak, this bounce was weak, and we touched it again. That's when I get bearish. That's bearish to me. Why? Because, well, we have the psychology of a descending triangle now too, right? What are we seeing? That the sellers are stepping in with more and more confidence. The buyers don't have the force to keep pushing this up. We are not really seeing that over here just yet. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself and say, hey, this is bearish because we're touching it. What I'm seeing is actually bull wicks. All right, until we break this, I am looking to be collecting a position over here for further upside. The daily 21 EMA, all right, is getting defended. The 2-day 21 EMA is getting defended, and I'll wait for trading view to load. There we go. The Tenkin is coming in there too. As long as this is a defense, Krisha, this is reminding me of what happened. Let's load trading view. Don't do this to me. Not today. Let's zoom in of what happened over here. And we spent 1, 2, 3, 4 days over here. And yeah, then pumped on over to the upside, right? So I'm seeing a defense over here. Until we break it, I will remain. I'm actually bullish. I'm not going to say I'm neutral. I'm not going to cop out and take the fence over here. I'm actually bullish. I'm hands down bullish. We switch on over to the 4-hour time frame. I have multiple reasons to be collecting a position over here, and I have reasons to actually be bearish too. I'm choosing a side. Sometimes the probability, guys, and I want to talk about some psychology over here. You're going to find sometimes that there's 8 things telling you to be bullish and 2 things telling you to be bearish, and for some reason, because we are scared, because we've been bitten by price action, because we've taken a loss, we'll hold on to those 2 things and we will not take the trade, right? We are playing a probability game over here as traders. We do not need to be right on every single trade. We just need to keep taking the high probability plays that have the nice win magnitude attached to it as well, right? The combination of probability win and win magnitude. So switching on over again to the Ichimoku on the 4-hour time frame, guys, I do want to show you a quick I was watching the Ichimoku, and you can see that, hey, we're coming down and being front run, right, on the bottom of the cloud over here. Usually I like to see price being picked up on either the bottom of the cloud or the 200 moving average. You need, and I'll talk about this in a sec too, but the 200 moving average is not being picked up either. We're not getting down there. So in that case, what I like to do is I turn on the 200 exponential moving average. Okay, so remember, go back, guys, and watch my video on moving averages versus exponential moving averages. I explained the difference, okay? But when I'm looking at exponential moving averages, I'm looking for more aggressive action from the bulls or the bears. So if price is not coming down to the current moving average, the exponential moving average that is reacting a lot faster to price might be what is being looked at, right? And if we turn on the 200 moving average, what do you know? Look at that. We are bouncing off it once, bouncing off it twice, and getting some resistance at the top of the cloud. Now, earlier this morning, a few hours ago rather, in the Grove, I posted a screenshot of the cloud over here, and I said that, hey, I'm looking for something like this, get rejected at the top of the cloud, perhaps come back down to the bottom of the cloud over here. I'm looking to be a buyer again over here. Now, this is where it becomes decision point. If we close underneath the cloud, I'm out of the trade. If we hold the cloud, then I'm looking for a move to the top of the cloud over here. And where does that line up with, Krisha? 9,141 again. Now, here's the thing. This time, if we come up to the top of the cloud, I really do think that we're going to take out this wick over here and see continuation and test 9,600.
Is that what you're going to be looking for, to see that further continuation? So you want to see basically candle body closes over the 9.1K region.
I don't need to see a candle body close to see continuation. We just need to see need to see this wick being taken out. If we do take out that wick, it is a higher probability of us going up. If you do see a candle close above here, it's even a higher probability, right? But for me, this time around, a wick above this will be enough. All right, so that's our upside targets. All right, we're looking for a candle close above 9,150-ish, the top of the cloud, or a wick above around, what's the high over here, 9,182-ish, right? So if we do see that, I am going to bet on continuation to at least 9,592-ish. But towards the downside, I need to be guarded against that as well, right? Remember, guys, you're always focused on our risk first and profits second. Like I've said here in the past before, my profits are only a consequence of me risk managing. So where am I going to be risk managing? Well, there are multiple ways you guys can do this. You could look for a candle close underneath the cloud over here. You could look for a wick underneath 8,092-ish. What's the low over here? 8,109. Or you could look for a candle close underneath 8,500. They are all valid. If you do close a candle close underneath 8,500, I do think that we will get down at least to the bottom of the cloud. You could say the 200 EMA one more time, right? However, it is very likely that we test at least the 200 moving average. At that point, the bottom of the cloud is likely going to be somewhere around 8,400. If we actually start closing candles underneath 8,400, I would actually think that we come and test down way further, maybe 7,200 actually. I know a lot of people are looking around 7,700, and that kind of does line up to 7,900 on the 200 moving average. But I do think the next target would be the 7,200 level. It lines up with a couple of things that I'm keeping an eye on. Krisha, I do think you're keeping an eye on this too, and that is our weekly level. Okay, let's pull that up over here. On the weekly, if we hide all of our horizontals, turn on our cloud, you're going to see that, hey, we have closed underneath the Kijun, right? And there's a possible C-span trade over here from the Kijun all the way down to the Tenkin, coming in at around 7,200, right? So that is a possible trade if we do lose the bottom of the cloud on the 4-hour time frame. Alternatively, you could look for a daily close underneath the 21 EMA. That's even better in my opinion, easier to manage. We can turn off everything over here, turn on the 21 EMA. And we can look at the 21 EMA and the Tenkin bunched up at around 8,500, right? Which is essentially that key level on the 4-hour time frame. If we lose this over here, I don't think the 200 moving average that everybody's eyeing is going to have proved to be much support. I do think that we're going to come further down, all the way down to that 7,200 level on the weekly Tenkin, which lines up with what? The daily Kijun, and top of the cloud on the daily as well. So seeing a lot of confluence over here. This is going to be a big value area again for me, 7,200. So if I am wrong over here, okay, and I get out of my trade, I take the loss, I'll be looking to target 7,200 next. Krisha, what do you think? 7,700 like everybody else is looking at, or 7,200?
7,700 is a key level. Now that also lines up with the weekly 21 EMA.
Let's go ahead and mark that actually.
That is in line with the weekly 21 EMA, but I believe that it's about that 7.3, 7.2K region. Now you're right in that, if we do see some weakness there, yes, that is a possibility. We're likely to come down and test that weekly Tenkin. Now you know that I have been eyeing those weekly levels, because if there's any time frame that Bitcoin has done extremely well on, it is the weekly time frame. Indeed,
but I would not ignore the monthly time frame. Would you say Bitcoin has been doing better on the weekly or the monthly?
Both. Like this rally that we had all the way up to 10K, that actually stopped at a monthly level. Monthly level.
And it started at a monthly level too, Krisha, 6,400 if you do remember, right?
Yes.
Right over here at that month, end of March, right? That was our first clue. If you do remember, if all of you remember, we said, what are we looking for the March close? If Bitcoin can hold 6,380. And what did Bitcoin do? It held 6,380. That was, right over here guys, that was the first big clue. It was a monthly level, and ever since then we just rallied to the next monthly level, right? Well, on that note, let's pull up the monthly and see what we are sitting on. And what do you know? Right there, 8,500 is your monthly Tenkin. It's another monthly level, which is why I am betting on this level, guys. It's not because I know I'm going to be right. I don't know anything, right? Nobody knows anything. I'm taking this trade because, hey, the probability is lining up with it. I could be wrong, and hey, I might be wrong. Who knows? We'll find out. So I'm looking at that 8,500, but I do want to go back to the 7,200, 7,000 level that we were talking about. You said it's the weekly 21, right?
Yeah, I think the weekly 21 EMA comes around there.
Actually, it's weekly 21 EMA has come up to, this week, all the way up to 7,900ish, and didn't that line up with? Was that the 4-hour 200 moving average?
That's the weekly 21 EMA, and then right smack underneath it is the line that you have, which is 7.7K, which is also weekly support.
Okay, it's weekly. Okay, it's a major weekly level horizontal, right? You can put it all the way here.
Major weekly horizontal.
Yep, I see it right here. Yeah, that is a major level. So we could come wick onto this horizontal and close above the weekly 21. Again, it's safe to say that, hey, I'm going to be bullish as long as we're above the weekly 21 as well as the weekly Tenkin, right? As long as Bitcoin is living above both of these, I'm going to be, I don't want to say macro bullish because we are putting in a low high over here, but I am bullish. I'm relatively bullish, and I will stay above the monthly 21 EMA, above the weekly Tenkin and the weekly 21 EMA. Overall, I'm looking for longs, but yeah, we have to be cautious too because this is a low high. I am betting that we are going to be putting in a higher low on Bitcoin somewhere around here. Perhaps it's here, perhaps this was it, right? No, I know it doesn't look like much. I know it doesn't look like the kind of perfect high or low, but I do want to point out, turn off everything over here. I do want to point out that Bitcoin did something very similar here.
Yeah.
And the price action is also reminding me, look at this. Look at how this candle is going to look, guys. Very similar, right? We're going to have these doji-ish candles, Bitcoin getting picked up on the daily 21 EMA. It did so over here. It's doing so over here. And then this continuation, right? In hindsight, would you not say, Krisha, that this was a higher low?
Yes, of course.
Okay. There we go. So we'll see how things pan out. Again, weekly levels over here. Is there anything else we are forgetting? Oh yes, another big reason that I'm just taking the trade and I'm not going to question it is because this indicator has been so freaking right that we have been fools to not take trades off it, regardless of whether your opinion is bullish or bearish. Again, you don't want to be trading anything blindly. You want everything to be in confluence with an indicator that you have heavy faith in, and I talked about everything, right? I talked about everything that is making me say that, do you know what, this confluence with this one indicator I'm about to show you guys. And yeah, talk about monthly. We have monthly levels, daily levels, 4-hour levels, and the mango vine, guys, is saying, hey, start collecting your longs, right? And this thing on the 12-hour time frame has been nailing it, right? Call the top over here, call the bottom over here, call these shorts over here, really nice shorts, right? Call the one over here at around 6,800. Well, if you were patient, you got 7,000. I did not. I built from 6,600 to 7,000, and that was a nice trade. Like, what was this? A nice short, nice 20% short over here, and this top over here, if you did catch 10,000 so far, it's giving you another 20%. So it's been getting it right. When did it switch bearish? Well, it switched bearish over here. And what was that move? All the way to the bottom where it flipped 50% move. Right, it's been giving you these really good trades. Gave you a 50% move before it flashed yellow, saying, hey, you know what, time to start closing out your shorts or start collecting longs if you want to be a counter player. Where did it flip long? When Krisha took her trade, right, all the way around 7,700ish, I believe, right over here. Now, I should have taken this. I did not, but my excuse is the halving. Well, the halving's done. I have no excuses anymore. Krisha, any thoughts?
No, as in, like, you've pretty much covered everything, right?
All right, so that's Bitcoin, guys. You guys know you guys know where I'm leaning. I'm leaning for continuation as long as we're closing 4-hour candles above 8,500. If we close a daily underneath 8,500 or 4-hour underneath 8,500, I'll be looking for further downside. Of course, strongest confirmation will be the daily, and in that case, I'll be looking for 7,000. We might see a bounce. The 7,700 level is looking very key, because this is where we broke out from. This is where we had a big impulsive move, but it looks too easy, Krisha. It looks too easy, right?
No, I agree with you there. I think there are a lot of people eyeing 7,700. Now, the more kind of likely scenarios when you have too much, crowd orders on a certain level, you usually see you just don't see price come down there at all. Right, the bounce happens much earlier.
Yes.
Or price just blows right through the level.
Yes.
So at least that's from our experience and past observations of price action. So
essentially, we are looking for either continuation from here or price going straight through 7,700, and perhaps then we'll try for a trade at 7,200 to 6,900. Those are key levels for me as well after that. But hey, we'll take this one step at a time. For now, let's go back on to the 1 hour quickly. I do hope Bitcoin gives us some. Let's see, Kusha, what does this look like to you? We go up or down from here?
Right now I'm leaning to the upside. There is a pattern also at play. There's on the 4-hour, you'll kind of notice a mini double bottom.
Ooh, yes.
So, however, of course, it's going to be an if this then that. We'll have to see how price reacts to some of the major EMAs, like your 10 SMA as well as your 21 EMA, and say this horizontal that you have marked at 8.8K.
Which one? The on the top here? It's 8,831.
I think as soon as we start closing candles above that, chances are we're probably likely going to start testing that neckline. And the neckline is sitting at around 9K.
Oh, so the neckline of the double bottom?
Yes.
Okay, so you're looking at this. Okay, so guys, I'm not too much of a pattern guy. I'm always, in fact, when I'm looking at a potential pattern, like especially cup and handles, I'm like calling Krisha over and I'm like, Krisha, is this a cup and handle? She's like, no. I'm like, Krisha, is this a cup and handle? She's like, no. But clearly, I can never spot cup and handles. The one cup and handle I spotted right was the one on Chainlink.
Yeah.
And that's because Chainlink is just so beautiful. It makes it easy for you, right? So you're looking looking at this, right, Krisha? Oops.
No, it's a double bottom. It's like a mini, yes, like a W. There we go.
Looking at that, eh?
Yes.
So the neckline is this.
No, slightly under actually, because you're looking for the where the join at.
So
there we go.
Okay, looking
And
at
that's
that. Okay, I see. So are you looking at the angle like this?
No, I just kind of smack it horizontal.
Okay,
line.
I
Like
see.
I said, better viewed on the 4-hour time.
So she's looking at this, guys. Let me go ahead and.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So what would the measured move for that be? It would be from here to
It's about
here.
9.5K,
9.5K.
I believe. So.
Okay, there you go. It's perfect. Okay, so there you go. Pattern queen nailing it again, hitting our next key area, guys.
Not yet. Remember what you taught me about patterns. Is that
It's not a pattern.
trend.
It's a trend continuation until the pattern actually breaks to the upside. Okay, I no, but what I meant was that if we do break this pattern to the upside, it does line up very well to the next key area. And if we do break this key area to the upside, I do think. Okay, now we're getting on to my thesis. Before we move on to Chainlink, let's talk about this. If we break into this area here, I don't think that 10,000 is going to be proving to be resistance anymore. What do you think? Do you think we're going to stop here, or do we think we get to 10,300?
No, I think that I mean it's still resistance, right? I mean that is a monthly level, so it really depends. What it's going to tell me though is that I believe that resistance is going to get weaker.
Yes.
The fact that we've made a move up there again after the dump that we had all the way down to 8 point whatever K. The fact that we move up again is telling me Bitcoin is strong.
Yep.
The bulls are in the house.
Against the backdrop of everybody looking for a major drop because of Bitcoin halving, right? What ends up happening is Bitcoin actually starts going up, pressuring a lot of shorts, start getting people to FOMO in. You have guys like Paul Tudor Jones saying, hey, I'm buying Bitcoin. People saying, you know what, I want a piece of this. The pain trade, the pain trade is either going to be Bitcoin skyrocketing from here to 10,200 or coming further down to around 6,900, right? I'm going to be playing either one of those. If we just think about it this way, guys, if we start seeing continuation from here, okay, on the daily time frame, suddenly this starts looking like trend wants to keep going up. Right, on the weekly we'll confirm this as our higher low, coming back up over here and taking out these wicks likely ends up with us testing these guys over here. If we take out these guys over here 10,400, guys, that's when I do think we're getting at least to these guys over here. That's where we get our 12,000, perhaps even 13,000 thesis, right? But again, if this then that, this is why I am trying to take a build, or rather a longer term play for the low probability that we actually do something like this, right? Again, guys, remember, I'm not saying this is a high probability trade at all. It's a low probability trade. I might be wrong on it, but the win magnitude justifies taking the trade. All right, again, let's see. We'll take it step by step. Krisha?
No, I mean you've basically covered all my thoughts.
Does the Kijun does the cloud line up with that? Actually, let's go.
I believe so. I think the cloud is basically where that wick is the most recent. Actually, no, slightly lower.
Okay, so if we do take out this wick over here, what does it mean? We're taking out the top of the cloud, 10,783-ish.
And I believe that is the wick to be taken out more than the one that we just put in, right?
Yes.
Because what happened there? That descending wedge from 14K, that high, right? Basically the one before. Can you put your cursor there?
On this one over here?
Yes, that second one. That a lot of people looked at that as a higher high.
Yes.
And yes, it was. We dumped from there. We've come back up. Okay.
Almost immediately.
Exactly. Now the question is, can we get up there and can we actually put in another higher high from that?
Yeah, it's gonna look crazy on the chart if we actually just do that.
So I think that's gonna be the key. That's gonna be the key wick to take out.
And do you see what I'm seeing, Krisha? A possible weekly twist of the cloud turning green, turning bullish. And when was the last time we did that?
Wow.
2016 November.
Right after the halving.
Right after the halving?
Wasn't it?
Was it? I don't remember. Well, 2016 was the last halving, but was it November? I don't know.
November.
Okay, so this was the dump into the halving, tested the weekly Kijun, and then cloud flips green.
Yeah, no, that was it.
Yeah, there you go. So it's like, there you go, Krisha. it's all lining up for a massive bull run. You guys are seeing the initial etchings of Bull Sean. You guys don't want to see Sean in full bull mode though, because it gets fun. It gets fun actually. You guys probably want to see Sean in full bull mode. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking what Bitcoin is doing right now. I'm going to like what Bitcoin is doing either way. My overall fundamental long-term prospects on Bitcoin has never been this bullish. All right. So we'll take it one step at a time. Let's go ahead and look at Chainlink. I am still in my Chainlink trade. Link BTC is what we're going to start with because I'm in a Link BTC long. Hey, I'm in longs and longs and longs after looking only for shorts and shorts and shorts. So this is the weekly chart. Again, we can start with the weekly because, hey, this is what we took the trade off, right? You can go ahead and hide this here. We're looking at this rising trend line towards the upside, holding that weekly tension as well, looking really good. I have to keep reminding myself that no matter what's happening on the lower time frames, Sean, you took this trade off the weekly, so play it through on the weekly until you see the strong signs on the lower time frames, right? And if I'm taking my trade on the weekly time frame, had a couple of good wins already. Well, it's one trend trade, so one win where I've taken one profit, and now I'm looking on the daily time frame to start establishing its upward trend. The weekly is an uptrend, right? Will the daily start putting in its uptrend? I'm gunning for this test of the bottom of the cloud over here, seeing nice support bouncing. I'm looking for this to be the higher low. The higher low compared to what? Higher low compared to this guy. Will this be, so this is the low, will this be the higher low? If we bounce over here, take out the Tenkin, perhaps start closing above the Tenkin, that's when I get really bullish and start looking for a move at least to this neckline over here, Krisha, 47,080 Satoshi. That's where I'm looking for us to put in a higher high. So what we have thus far? Well, we have the trend on the daily establishing. Okay, does it need to establish? No, it doesn't need to establish from here, but the bull case for me would be this low, this higher low. We've put in a lower high over here, and then I'm looking for a higher high test somewhere possibly the bottom of the cloud or the Tenkin, right? The Tenkin will be flatlining like this or probably coming down to the bottom of the cloud. Find an opportunity to build my position again, buy over here again, and that's what I'll be looking for, right? So that's my plan. I'm keeping an eye on this. If I'm invalidated, I'll be ready. When am I going to be getting out of my trade? If we start closing daily candles underneath this level over here at 40,060 Satoshi, I'll be getting out. Remember guys, I took my first take profit on the 12-hour 21 EMA. Let's pull that up, and the Tenkin was right over there. It's coming down over here now, so right over here. Right now, look at that, Kushal. The Tenkin's come all the way down over here, and we tested the Tenkin again, bouncing, closing above the 200 moving average twice now on the 12-hour. If you guys have been following me at Mango, you guys know that the 12-hour 200 moving average on all coins is something I look at a lot, right? You can use that as a good guide to know that, hey, is this asset beginning to trend towards the upside or not? And now that it's still angling to the upside, as you can see, we're closing candles above it. Can we get above the cloud over here? Okay, this has been very choppy. I don't like this look, but again, because it's like this, what does that mean? Thin resistance. Closing above the cloud, the Kijun over here would make me, again, like I said, looking for around this level here, 47,000 Satoshi. Okay, so that's the 12-hour 21 EMA. We are above it as well, above the 12-hour 200 moving average. Everything's looking good over here on Chainlink BTC. Let's look at Chainlink USD. But I've said this in the past. Again, if you guys have been following the Mango trend trading dashboard, you guys know that we've been able to take some really good trades off that if you used it by following what it's telling you, right? And it was telling you that, hey, Bitcoin USD is looking bullish. Okay, this was around 7,700. It's run up to 10,000. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin USD is looking bullish. Chainlink USD is looking bearish is what it was telling us. Chainlink BTC was looking bearish is what it was telling us. So Bitcoin USD is looking bullish. Chainlink USD is looking bearish. What do you want to trade? You want to trade the Chainlink BTC chart, right? Because Bitcoin is in control. Any move on Link USD is because Bitcoin is having its bull move, not because Link is having its bull move. We wanted to see Link act independently on its USD chart from Bitcoin. So Link is being bullish while Bitcoin is not. Then we look at the Link USD chart. So, and this is what I was trying to protect against, guys. But Link breaking to the upside, breaking a key horizontal over here. This was key. This was very, very key. But what happens? We just dump on right to the downside after. Why? Because this wasn't Link's move. This was Bitcoin pushing Link to the upside. But if you're looking at the Link BTC chart, you're protected against that, right? We were bearish on Link in this entire move over here. Why? Because Link BTC was trending down, and we took our profits when Link BTC hit that weekly major level, and now we're bouncing, right? So very, very simple. The dashboard was telling it to you. But remember, guys, this is why I say you never look at anything in isolation. It's up to you as a trader, as a thinker, to interpret what your indicators are telling you holistically. There's a holistic story that's going on. And you need to be looking at the holistic story, because if you don't, you will end up with some pain. And this was it. If you guys weren't listening to me at the very least, and I don't want to say, you should listen to me, I told you so. No, that's not what I mean. What I'm trying to say is that even though I kept saying, guys, Link BTC is what you guys need to be keeping an eye on, I felt like it was falling on deaf ears. Everybody was PMing me, Sean, Link USD, what do you think? Sean, Link USD, what do you think? And I kept saying, well, Link BTC is what I'm looking at, and this is why. But nope. Anyways, don't mean to rant over here. Yeah, so Krisha, any thoughts on my rant? Any thoughts on anything?
No, I'm also in a Link trade, once again, also on the Link BTC pairing, but I'm hoping to build. I think Link is definitely going to be one of the sweeter alts to be in when we do head into a full-on alt run. Yeah,
I'm actually holding Link spot for the first time in a very long time, so I'm hoping for this to have some nice continuation and possibly a longer term play. But hey, again, because this is on the Link BTC pairing that I'll be comparing it to, it may not be as long as other people holding against USD, right? Because as soon as I see Bitcoin outperforming Link, I am out of it. Okay. Again, it depends though. It really depends. I'm going to be I put some thought into this. If you guys have any fundamentals to shill me on Link, and please guys, flesh it out. Don't give me the superficial crap, right? You guys know what I mean. Okay, so I want to hear some good stuff, right? Some good stuff from you guys. Motivate me to go and look into Link some more. All right, Krisha, do we have anything else to talk about today?
No, that's it. Chainlink and BTC.
Chainlink and BTC. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Sean. Her name is
Krisha.
We'll see you guys in the next video.
Later, guys.
Oh yeah, do the mango way, do the stress-free way, do it the easy way. Bye.